Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bram versus Meeple here on Brambeard Gaming. David might be able to see the graphic that is now on the screen of that says Bram versus Meeple because I had to
Oh, I need that.
I
That
had
is awesome.
I had to search the I had to search the internet, do the old find what font is this in this picture image for.
Well, that's gotta be it.
It
It's
it
pretty
is
darn close.
it is definitely it. I am joined tonight. There's no TJ here. I mean, that's for whoever wants to. For David, it's great. But I am joined tonight by our good friend David Waybright of Man vs. Meeple MVM. Thanks for joining me, David.
Thank you very much. We may be changing the name very soon to maybe Man versus Beard. Would that be the polar opposite of what you've come up with there?
Yes.
Although,
Yes.
except that wouldn't really go. It wouldn't make sense. Maybe it would.
You'd
I
have
could
to
keep the beard.
you'd have to shave.
That's
Um,
not happening.
or it could be Kira versus the Beards. But I think
Ryan needs a little bit more of a beard.
right. Ryan needs a little work on the facial hair to get things going.
He has some. He has some.
David, this is I think it's your third time on here. You played a little list of cuffs with us.
I did list the cuffs a couple times.
Did list
I
cuffs?
think that's it, though.
I think
Right?
it's you. I think that's it. You were you're pretty active in chat when we're playing.
I've been somewhat active when you're playing a fun video game, for sure. I haven't seen as much of the board game stuff, but I was a big fan of It Takes Two, so we watched quite a bit of that. And what was it that you were playing? Oh no, I guess I watched you play this whatever you did.
Yeah, we played this a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
TJ and I had never played before, so this is third time around
Oh.
for me. We loved it so much. Obviously, we wanted to play it again here this evening. TJ's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if you should play Dice Throne with David because I want to play with you again. I was like, well, good news, TJ. There's 16 characters.
Yeah,
So
there are a lot. I don't know. Does this Tabletopia implementation have lots of the characters, or just?
Tabletopia, I believe, only has 6, and then also there are 6 in the tabletop simulator one. And I'm not sure if they're both exactly the same. I know the TTS one has the newer boards, the kind of re-rolled boards with the fancy fold-outs and everything.
Those boards are pretty cool. I mean, they're cooler in person than they are digitally, but
Sure.
I get the idea.
But this implementation is definitely better for our the way our screen is set up. We have
Tabletopia is a little slicker, I think. I like Tabletopia a little bit better, but TTS often has lots more games that you can't find necessarily elsewhere.
right, and there's a big discussion on legality of games on TTS versus Tabletopia. Obviously, everything is worked through with the designers, but
Yeah, I'm not even going to list off the games I've played on TTS.
no.
Tonight.
I have. I think now when I search for things, I only search for official. Like I search for official as the first keyword in.
That's a lie.
That's very true. It's very.
really?
It's oh yeah. If it's not listed as an official game by a company, I won't even download it. Well, I won't download it to play on stream.
Oh, okay. Well, there's the good distinction right there.
Yeah, I won't. No one will see the light of the day. I'll just.
Yeah. So, in other words, he doesn't have morals, everybody. He just doesn't want you to see that he doesn't have morals.
That's fair. That's why I always put TJ in charge. So
Judgment.
I tell TJ don't get anything illegal, and then we just see what happens. Hello to Optimus Shush in chat.
Hey,
Hello.
I know her.
I also know her. She says, "Good times watching It Takes Two." I know you all played It Takes Two. It's Alicia for anyone who's
that is
watching.
my wife, Alicia, for those of you watching here. We did play It Takes Two, and we had many of the same sorts of moments that we saw unfold between you and TJ. And while we watched you guys get frustrated mildly at times with each other, we certainly got more frustrated with each other. Alicia would probably be the first to admit that she gets more frustrated than I do. But then on top of that, she'll start screwing with me. I don't know if you remember this. A very specific point where one of the characters had to jump through this thing, and there were 3 fans blowing, and you had to turn them off, on, and off, and on. She just loved killing me just for the fun of it. That was
TJ very early when you would have to like throw and recall the nails. I had the hammer, and so I would just jump to nothing. And that's the first level. That's how we got started. So that's how our relationship works between TJ and myself, is that he just likes to just pull the rug right out from under me all the time.
Speaking of video games, and we can get, we promise everybody, we will actually play some Dice Stone here, and maybe we can talk about this as we play, but did you check out all the E3 stuff going on?
I have been watching a lot of the E3. So here's the thing. I only own a Switch. I obviously have a PC. I play games on Steam and legally, of course. Especially Tabletop Simulator. And so I watched some of the items. I'm getting a little over this. There are a lot of games that are the same type that are coming out. I'm not into shooters anymore. They're not really for me.
Were you at one point?
When I was out of college, we played a lot of Uncharted 2 multiplayer. Which had
that is a very strange choice for your go-to multiplayer.
It was great. Well, they had a game where basically it was like Capture the Flag, but you would take a treasure and chuck it to the treasure chest at the end of the map, and that's all we would play. I mean, it was exclusively UC2 multiplayer, and then we would play the occasional first-person shooter. But when I worked in college athletics and then worked in a restaurant, I don't have the time to keep up with the grind of playing games like a Destiny or a Borderlands multiplayer or whatever. So I really got out of playing first-person shooters, things like that. So I'm now starting to get back into playing computer games, and I'm playing a lot of indie games. So the Wholesome Game stream was pretty interesting to me.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was in like an hour long. I think they did like 60 to 70 like games that were under the Wholesome Games category. There's one called Lake, where you are a woman who is going back to her hometown, very much like a Hallmark Christmas movie, to work on her dad's mail route for 2 weeks. That's literally the gist of the game.
I would have loved to have seen the studio pitch. Well, I guess it's an indie game, so
right.
There was no studio pitch, but that would be an interesting game to hear someone describe verbally and go, "Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay."
It's it looks interesting, but there are a lot of other indie games that I was into. But then obviously, Nintendo Direct today.
Oh yeah, the Nintendo Direct. I mean, unlike you, I have more than just a Switch, and the Switch, although I love it, or I have loved it rather, I haven't had my Switch even plugged in for maybe 2 years. It's literally sitting. In fact, after the Direct today, I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I'll plug my Switch in here next to my computer and have it in here, because I was so excited about. Not that they had a ton of great announcements, but they had one in particular, and that was Metroid Dread, which is the direct sequel to Metroid Fusion, which was on the Game Boy Advance in maybe 2007. I don't know when it was, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And Metroid Fusion, one of my favorite Metroids. I played it multiple times. My oldest son, at the time, very young, also played through. I think it may have been the first video game he finished. So it holds a place in our hearts, and it looks awesome. Like, I cannot wait for that game. I wish I could show you right now. I actually got the 2 pieces of artwork that exist for the game right now on the
On
internet.
your
And
desktop?
I merged them together on my 2-monitor, like one giant wallpaper. I'm that much of a nerd. Yes.
I have not played. It has been a while. I have played a lot of the original Metroid Super Metroid
Okay. Yep.
games. But I am looking forward to this one.
Are you a fan of that type of game, like Castlevania or Metroid?
Yeah,
Or...
it depends. It depends on the kind of genre. I like Metroid. Castlevania sometimes take it or leave it for me, but Metroid I prefer between those. Was interesting to see kind of all the links of all the Zelda 2 information.
Yeah.
I didn't play the first one, so when I got my Switch, I got it right.
Oh, you didn't play Breath of the Wild?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Uh-uh.
Well, I mean, it's an investment.
It is.
I'll tell you this: I played it for maybe 30+ hours, and I don't know if you know anything about it, but there's, I mean, it's a big open world game, but there's 4 sort of main giant boss creatures that you ultimately fight, and then fight Ganon. I only defeated 1 of the 4 sort of boss creatures leading up to the final. And then I got away from that game because something else came out, and that's how I am. Like, I have the attention span of a gnat, so, like, I'll be playing something, and then the next shiny thing comes out, and I jump on it.
That's how I am.
And never got back to it. And literally, it's probably the last time I played my Switch was back when Zelda Breath of the Wild was kind of fresh, which was a long time ago.
I got a Switch right before our daughter was born because I thought, I got to do something while she's taking naps, or if she falls asleep in my lap, no problem, just play a little Switch, right? The moment I would pick it up, it was like she could smell it, and she was like, "Oh, time to wake up." So I got a Switch for almost a Switch and a game for a trade-in of my PS4.
You traded in your PS4 for a Switch?
I did, and the reason for that was I wasn't playing as many video games as I wanted to, and I have always been a big Nintendo fan, and the Nintendo IPs interest me more than a lot of the things that were coming out on PS4 that I didn't have time to play.
I mean, apparently there are IPs other than Zelda.
Yes, a lot of Mario, a lot of Smash, a lot of.
Okay. So you played Mario Odyssey at least.
I did.
You played that.
I did.
Okay.
And then I recently have been playing Pokemon Snap, and I don't even like Pokemon.
You know what?
I like taking pictures.
The original Pokemon Snap, when it first came out, and that was a long time ago, maybe like N64 days even. I can't remember, but I remember when that came out, it seemed like the stupidest idea, but I loved that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole concept of just like being on the hunt for the best picture at the time. Is the new one, I mean, does that concept hold up?
If you played the first one, you will be very familiar with how this works.
Okay.
There's some extra kind of glowy. There are certain plants you throw glow orbs at, and it causes the Pokemon to do certain actions. There are hidden routes that you can go on, like you could in the first one, if you make certain things happen. It's really cool. Like, I just like the taking pictures portion of it. Pokemon take it or leave it for me, but I like. I went on vacation and took it with me on the plane, and it was a great way to kill some time.
Too. If you travel, the Switch is fantastic.
But now I'm looking forward to Mario Golf.
Yes, me too. Like I said, I haven't had my system plugged in for a while, so now that Metroid Dread is coming out, I probably will get it fired back up. And I always loved Hot Shots Golf back in the day on like the PlayStation 2, I think it was. And I like the old school golf where you're not, like, I'm not a big fan of the whole motion control swinging. I actually like the push the button, mechanics of golf. And Mario Golf was one we played. I want to say it must have been GameCube we played a Mario Golf with my son when they were super young. Yeah. And the last one, the last game thing I wanted to mention before we start playing Dice Zone is this. I don't know if this was mentioned at E3. It might just be a game that's about to come out, I think, this week. But I saw Marty from Rolling Dice and Taking Names playing this afternoon on a live stream on Twitch himself over on their channel, and it was called Rogue Book. Have you heard of this?
I have heard of it. I asked our friend Marky Mark here on Twitch if he had heard of Rogue Book, but it's a Richard Garfield like roguelike deck builder.
It's Richard Garfield?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. So I watched him play it a little bit today, and it felt, it felt a little Slay the Spire in terms of the deck building. But the cool thing was, it was like this, I don't know if it was hexes, but it was this like kind of hex-based map that was empty and barren. But as you played the game, you gained what they called ink. And then you'd use the ink to sort of add more areas to the map that you could explore. And those areas might reveal more fights or maybe a market or, a shop. It was pretty cool, I have to say, and it was far more robust feeling. I only played Slay the Spire a tiny bit. It seemed quite a bit more robust. You could buy gems to socket into the cards to make them more powerful, and it seemed pretty cool. And it was party-based, so the fighting was very much, I guess, pretty much like Slay the Spire. It's like a turn-based, almost like a JRPG, but you're using your cards to do things.
It's so
that was pretty Slay the Spire.
Last week I was playing a game called Griftlands. Right? Griftlands?
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Griftlands. So it's been on early access for a while, but it is also a deck builder game, kind of like Slay the Spire. Except all of your actions have consequences. So there are a couple different factions in this land, and so...
Oh, I saw you playing this a tiny bit. I tuned in for a split second, and you were just having mostly conversations with people in like what looked like a bar on the moon.
Yes.
Is what it looked like.
Yeah, so you talk to people, and they kind of send you on jobs, but like if you kill someone from a certain faction, someone in that faction that you've met along the way now either dislikes you or hates you. And based on your relationship with other people in the land, it gives you different boons, gives you different upgrades. If you kill too many people, then you start getting essentially like bad cards in your deck because you're starting to become like notorious for things like that. It was interesting. It's got a story mode to it, and it's got a couple different characters you can play, but I'm enjoying it so far. So, speaking of games, since we've been talking about games,
we have one in front of us.
We do have one in front of us. Let's switch over, and hopefully everything is set up on my screen here, and it's all working. Hello, Panic Games, by the way. Welcome. Good to see you. We are going to play some Dice Throne here on Bram versus Meeple tonight. So we played Dice Throne a couple weeks ago. I won't go too far in depth into the rules for Dice Throne.
Unless I have questions.
Unless you have questions, and I do have a rule book pulled up. But my rule book is Dice Throne 2E, but I think everything's pretty much the same.
Yeah, it should be.
The way it's going to work is we are going to have, we've got 5 dice. On our turn, I'm not playing Tabletop Simulator, so I can't use Alt. I have to use space. We're going to go through our certain turn order here, and we're going to basically go back and forth doing Yahtzee-style moves or Yahtzee-style play to battle one another. We're going to have cards that we can play as actions. We can also add them to our board to make our attack stronger. We also have kind of status tokens that, based on some of the actions that we do, will give our opponent or give ourselves status tokens that will in turn make us stronger or make them weaker. I'm on David's screen, so that's good. David is playing as the Pyromancer. David put it out to the Man vs. Meeple Discord and Facebook to see what he should play as. And they have him as the Pyromancer. Just trying to get everything set up here.
Yeah, it was an overwhelming vote for the Pyromancer, by the way. I think there was one guy that suggested Gunslinger, and that was Jeremy Howard. of our channel, and then one guy agreed with him, but everyone else was Pyromancer.
So on your Pyromancer, just to kind of go over, if you want to go over your kind of status tokens real quick, just so I am aware of what those will be if they come up.
Yeah, I'll let you know. So I can burn you. So if you have burn, you're going to get 2 damage during your upkeep, and it's persistent, so I think you have to get rid of it somehow. I can knock you down, which you probably know what that means, but basically going to make you have to spend 2 CP before the start of your offensive roll. Fire Mastery is something that I use, so I sort of stack up Fire Mastery, and then I can use these. A player with this token must cool off during their upkeep phase. Remove, I think. Yes, remove 1 Fire Mastery,
Yep.
and then stun. You take no actions of any kind.
And each of these things have a stack limit, so you can have up to so many. All of yours do not stack, so there's 1 of each. But your Fire Mastery token will stack to a limit of 5. And so on your board, there are a lot of things that give you Fire Mastery token, and then you will end up doing damage per number of Fire Mastery tokens that you have.
Yeah, but it cools off. So if I save them from round to round, I'll lose 1 effectively, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I am playing as the Paladin. I did not play as the Paladin last time. Mainly, I don't know why I didn't play as the Paladin, but it's next to the Pyromancer, so it makes things easier to stream. So I'm the Paladin. I have quite a number of tokens to remember, which I will not. I have the Blessing of Divinity. It's a positive stats effect for me. The next time a player affected by this token would have their health reduced to 0, remove the token and set their health to 1 instead. It may not be removed, transferred, or stolen by any other means. So basically, it's a hey,
don't die.
You've got token. You've got 1 more chance. Type token. I have Retribution, which is a positive stats effect. This token may be spent after being attacked as a result of an opponent's offensive roll phase to deal half the incoming damage back to the attacker.
Don't like that.
Crit, if a player with this token is dealing at least 5 damage as a result of their offensive roll, this token can be spent to add +4 damage. It cannot be applied to collateral damage. And I believe collateral will be explained as we get.
I hope so. That's the one thing about this game that always gets me. Every time I play it, going through all the different types of damage and all that can be a little bit confusing.
And there are, again, I have the quick reference up. So collateral damage is damage that does not have a target and therefore does not qualify as an attack. So if it's like an attack all, but I think it should normally say collateral damage. Protect, a player with this token may spend it at any time to reduce incoming damage by half. That sounds nice. And then accuracy, a player with this token may spend it at the conclusion of their offensive roll phase to make their attack undefendable.
All of that sounds very Paladin-like.
It does sound very Paladin-like, and the Blessing of Divinity sounds very kind of King Arthur-esque.
Exactly.
So on our turn, we will... I hit Alt every time. We are going to do an upkeep phase, so it'll take care of any status effects. The income phase, which the first player will not take on their first turn, will gain 1 CP, which is essentially an action point, and draw a card. You can play cards during the main phase to do ability upgrades, play action cards, or sell cards at 1 CP per card, so 1 action point per card. Then we'll do an offensive roll phase, which will basically do Yahtzee rolls and see what happens according to our boards, and we'll explain more as we play. There won't be a targeting roll phase because there are only 2 of us, and I honestly can't imagine playing this with more than 2 people. And there will be a defensive roll phase. If the person being attacked can defend it, then they will have 1 roll based on their defensive roll to try and stop it. Then you'll do main phase again, which you can play cards, play up ability upgrades, etc. and then you will sell all your cards if you have more than 6, and then it will be the next player's turn. If for some reason these screens go out, just let me know in chat, because this stream is being held on by duct tape, as per usual in a Brambeard stream.
Maybe things will go differently since this is Bram versus Meeple.
It might go differently.
Maybe. I mean, we do a lot of duct tape stuff ourselves, so.
If you would like to go, I will let you go first as our guest. Also,
I have a question.
My dog is complaining that she wants a blanket for the chair. You will start the game with 4 cards.
All right. I will draw said cards.
And I believe
4 cards. It doesn't seem like a lot.
And you might need to shuffle as well.
Oops. Should I? They don't look like they were unshuffled.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. I got 4 different cards.
Well, that's good. That's a positive.
I will shuffle the rest of them though.
And you'll get 2 combat points to start, which it should be already set. We have a health. We started a health of 50, and whoever gets to 0 loses.
So, and the income phase, I don't take. The first player doesn't take their first income phase, right?
Correct.
Okay.
2 seconds. What do you want, dog?
All right, everybody. I'm going to be playing a card here in my main phase. I am going to be improving my Pyroblast.
Ooh.
With the 2 CP that I have.
Okay.
How hard is it to change the CP?
It should just be, if you have a scroll wheel on your mouse, you should just be able to scroll up and down. Oh.
I do. I did. All right.
Okay.
Good enough. All right, so now it's time for my offensive roll phase, unless I want to sell a card. I don't want to at this point. Are we just going to leave our dice right where they are?
Yeah, I would say kind of in that area would be helpful.
Okay.
You can zoom me out a little bit. Oh, that's me, but I can zoom us both out a little bit.
Oh, is it just a single roll here on Tabletopia? You can't sit there and like toss them up in the air like you can on TTS?
No, you cannot.
All right. Well, I rolled that anyway. So, let's see. Not fantastic. But I do have almost a combustion going on. I'm going to re-roll these though. Ooh, I do have a 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a small straight. Gain 2 fire mastery, then deal 5 damage. You know what? I'm gonna re-roll one of these.
Okay.
4s to see if I can get a large straight. And I didn't. But now I have an option here. Yeah, I'm going to do the hot streak, small straight, gain 2 fire mastery, then deal 5 damage plus 1 damage per fire mastery. So I guess I'm dealing 7 damage.
Okay.
Where are my fire mastery tokens?
They are on your top left. Yeah, there you go. All right, so I am going to look at my defensive roll here. On attack, sorry, I get to roll 3 dice. For every sword, I deal 1 damage.
You're all about, like, you countering my stuff, aren't you?
Yes. So on swords, I'll deal a damage. On what are called my helmets, I will prevent 1 times the number of helmets plus 2 times the number of hearts damage. And then I will gain, for every prayer symbol, I will gain 1 CP. Did you catch all that?
I did.
Okay.
I was trying to decipher that second line.
All right, so I'm going to deal 2 damage and prevent 3 damage.
Oh, you're dealing 2 damage. Hold on, I'm setting a camera on your stuff. All right. So 2 damage to me?
Yes.
And that's undefendable, I assume, right?
Yes, because I don't think you can defend a defense.
Yeah. I would agree.
And again, anyone...
It's gotta be.
Panic says the good duct tape is what's being used here. Okay. And then I took how much damage? So I would have taken 5 plus 2, so I would have taken 7, but I'm only taking
7
5.
incoming. Okay.
Alright, so I'm down to 45.
And then I get another main phase?
You do.
Oh. I've already made a mistake.
Uh-oh.
You can't see my cards. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be looking over at the stream and see your cards, can I?
That's whatever. You do you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sell any cards.
Okay.
But I could have used a card, although no, I guess I couldn't if I didn't have the CP for it. That is my turn. Is there anything at the end of the turn? Nope. I'm good.
That's it. All right, so I will...
Give me your best, sir.
I will go up a combat point here, and I will draw 1 card. Like that. All right, so I'm going to start my turn here, and I'm going to play Getting Paid, which gives me 2 more combat points. Then I will go ahead and play... I'm going to spend 4 combat points, and I'm going to play Righteous Combat to my board, which gives me, for a full house of swords and helmets, will deal 6 damage, and I roll 3 dice, and I add 1 times the number of helmets plus 2 times the number of swords damage. I will gain a certain number of health, and then I will gain a certain number of CP based on prayer hands. So
that's a nice upgrade for round 1.
It is a nice upgrade for round 1. It did help that I had the Getting Paid card.
Exactly.
But I will go down 4, so I have 1 combat point left. And you know what? So I'm able to get a lot of combat points here, so I'm going to go ahead and play this card as well. This is double up. And it allows me to gain 2 more cards. Well, that 1 card's useless, so I'll sell that later. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and roll. So I roll my dice here. Make sure all my dice are in camera view here. I have 3 swords.
Yes, you do.
I have 3 swords and a helmet and a prayer.
I think someone's re-rolling the prayer.
I'm going to re-roll the prayer. I mean, it seems right.
Hope for a helmet?
It's a 4th sword.
Well,
but I also get to... I get up to 3 rolls, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to roll it again, see what happens. That's okay. So that's 4 swords.
Oh yeah, I forgot about my 3rd roll. I could have rolled it again to try to get that straight last time.
So I will. So the bottom of Righteous Combat here. I can play 2 swords and a helmet, and I will get to heal 2 and deal 2 undefendable damage. So I'm not completely out of the loop here. So I will do that. So you'll take 2 undefendable damage. And I will heal 2. So that puts me at 47. I'm going to sell Righteous Combat 2 for a combat point.
Oh, very wise.
And
I mean, you could downgrade. I mean...
I could, but I would not get the combat points back.
That's true.
So
it
yeah.
would also be colossally misguided.
And I think that's the end of my turn. I'm not going to play any more cards here.
All right, so I get my first upkeep phase and income phase. So upkeep, I have to lose. This is going to be hard for me to remember, by the way, Richmond. You're going to have to help me. I need to lose one of these Fire Mastery tokens during my upkeep phase.
Yes, I do need to have you remember that because it's more helpful for me if you do.
Yeah. By the way, that last attack when it said I did 1 damage per Fire Mastery, those don't those don't go away, right?
No, you would still have those. So
Okay, so Fire Mastery never goes away except for the cooldown.
except for the cooldown, or if I have some card that makes you
Sure.
get rid of a status token.
Okay, so I got rid of one, and now my income phase, I get one card.
Mm-hmm.
So drawing one card.
Hello to No Soul, by the way. No Soul, David is the one who is the guy who did our illustrated images of us. If you've seen those, as our kind of user profile pictures now. No Soul, No Prob in chat is the one who designed those.
All right, time to roll. Here we go. All right, I'm going to re-roll these bad boys right here.
I got 2 fire and a meteor, 3 fire, a meteor, and a blaze.
I guess I will.
But yes, hello to No Soul. David does have that clean video. That's what MVM gets you. It's clean video.
Oh, now I have a decision. So I could do 6 damage, or I could do my Pyroblast 2, which is better. So I'm going to go ahead and do Pyroblast 2, which is deal 6 damage, and I roll 2 die.
Ugh.
And then I add 3 times fire damage. So I'm going to have to roll 2 die. I'm going to roll these 2 top die,
Okay.
just to keep me honest. I got 1 fire. So if I have this correct, it's 6 damage plus 3 damage. And I got the symbol that gives you a burn.
Okay. Sick burn. Player effective with this token is dealt 2 damage during the upkeep phase, and it is persistent until I can get rid of it.
So, shall I place the burn on you?
You shall.
There it is. There's the burn. So, other than the burn, it looks like you have 9 damage coming in.
Okay, I will do my defensive roll then. I will roll 3 dice. And I'm going to gain 2 combat points and deal 1 damage. So I'm going to take 9 and deal 1.
Right.
So 47 to 38. And I will gain 2 combat points. Hello, Fairnix. Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Any cards here?
We are currently in the middle of Dice Throne. Looks like David has 45 health to my 38. If this is anything like previous games of Dice Throne in which I have played, I am only good for about 2 more turns.
You have no idea the power I have to lose a game. I am done, sir. I am not going to sell any cards. I have 4 cards. It is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to take a combat point, and then I am going to draw a card. Okay. So, listen. So I am going to, and we'll see how this works. I can't imagine that I can't do this. I'm going to spend 2 combat points and play Transference. Transference, I get to transfer 1 status effect from target player to any other target player. So I'm going to let you put the burn token back on yourself.
Oh, did you take your burn, by the way?
Oh, I thought you passed it to me.
No.
Oh,
I did. But did you get burnt by it?
I did not.
There you go.
I have now.
I just wanted to make sure you tasted a little bit of it before you gave it back to me.
So there you go. You now are burned.
Oh, that sucks. I feel like the Pyromancer should be immune to those.
You would think.
Somehow.
But I'm going to assume that you're not.
No, I'm not.
And then let's... Yeah, let's do this. So I'm going to spend my other 2 combat points because again, I can get
so many combat points.
pretty much everything I do gives me combat points. I'm going to upgrade to Righteous Prayer 2. So 4 prayer symbols of a kind deals 8 undefendable damage. Then I gain crit and 2 combat points. If I just have 3 prayer symbols, I gain 4 combat points.
You know, Richmond, I don't want to hear it.
I mean, you're still leading. You're still leading here.
For now. For now.
So let's roll. TJ is in chat. Hello, TJ. I'm gonna switch back to the thing because I don't think TJ saw it real quick.
He's not allowed in here, is he?
TJ, welcome to Bram versus Meeple, because it's not on the other screen. Fairnix asks, why have we never seen both of you in the same place, TJ? No Soul says, but he has glasses and a beard, TJ. What do you mean that's not you? It's definitely not TJ. It's
definitely not TJ. I can almost guarantee it.
All right, I'm gonna roll my dice now. But TJ, I hope you're having a very nice vacation. Things are going fine here. I haven't burnt the stream down yet, so that's a plus.
Yeah, hasn't.
All right, so I have 2 hearts and 3 helmets.
Oh, hearts.
Fairnix, thanks for the bits.
Yet.
Yet. I have not burned it down yet.
I have to say, I've not played all the characters of Dice Throne, and I'm pretty sure I've never played the Paladin because he's very different than a lot of characters. Like his large straight isn't its own thing. Like Holy Light, I'm seeing for the first time here, and then you've got a passive thing with Tithe.
Right, so I can reroll one of my dice at any time for 1 CP per reroll.
That seems expensive, though.
It does, but I'm also just kind of rolling in CP.
That's true.
If I go for this one thing, it gives Retribution, maybe spent after being attacked, and I can deal half the incoming damage back. Okay, that's a thing that can happen. You know what? We're gonna roll these 3
and hope for a prayer.
I have 4 helmets now.
4 helmets don't do much.
They don't. Reroll this one. 5 helmets.
If only that did something.
It does not. Because my
Wait a minute. Does it do anything?
No.
Oh.
No, that does nothing.
Oh.
What a wasted turn.
You got nothing you can do?
With
cards or anything?
No, because I don't have any CP on hand to reroll a die. Yeah. David dodged a bullet there.
That was nice.
Yeah.
You gonna sell any cards or anything?
I will. You know what? I'm not gonna sell cards. Ooh, I'll sell 1 card. I'll sell 1 card for 1 CP, just so I can have 2 just in case for later. All right, that is my turn. Back to you, David. David, don't forget to take your burn damage, as well as getting rid of your Fire Mastery token.
Yes, getting rid of Fire Mastery token, keeping the burn, but taking some damage from it. So I'm at 43 now.
Okay.
And then income, gonna get a CP and a card. Oh.
No, I don't like that sound for many reasons.
So I am going to play an anytime card, a little bye-bye for my 2 CP that I have, which seems dangerous, but
okay,
to get rid of that burn token.
Sure.
And then I'm going to roll.
All right. That's a decent way to get rid of 2 CP from me, at least.
Yeah. Okay. So what do I have here? I have some... All right, I'm going to re-roll these bad boys here.
Same result.
Yep. What do I want to do?
Also, if you're hearing an echo from the, not you specifically, but anyone who's in watching on stream, if you're hearing an echo, I have two separate, I essentially am running two separate windows of Dice Throne. So they're just happening at separate times.
Ugh.
Ugh, indeed. Does that do anything?
Ooh.
Or you can do Burning, you can't do Burning Soul.
No, I'm looking at some cards here. Oh, I don't have any CP though.
I'll take a free turn.
I think it's going to do nothing. Here's my problem. I chase these ridiculous. I chase the ultimates.
Oh, I do too.
Like, I can't not. Like, I get two of those things. I'm like, okay. And I've got some cards in my hand that allow me to maybe get another one. So I was thinking, okay, I just need to get two more. And then I ended up with a big goose egg.
When you play Yahtzee enough, you're told that that's the thing you're supposed to do. Is roll 5 of a kind.
Right. All right. I'm done.
All right. Well, I will take a CP. And I will draw a card. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm gonna sell a card for a CP then. So I'm at 3 CP. Then I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to roll. See what happens here.
All right, let's see what you got. Let's go 5 helmets again. Uh-oh. That's not good.
All right, so I've got...
You're going to chase it. You have to chase it. Uh-oh, what happened?
So... Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Your dice got screwed up.
They did.
All I know is you had 3 prayers.
That's as long as we know that I had 3 prayers.
Because I figured you're going to chase that.
Well, here's the thing. We don't have to worry about
What happened? What is wrong with your dice?
TJ's making things terrible. So I'm going to spend 3 CP and play twice as wild. Any 2 dice become wild. You may change the die outcome to a different outcome.
Oh no! You're gonna pull off an ultimate?
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull off an ultimate.
Oh my god!
So,
and ultimate damage is always undefendable, right?
Dice may be altered to prevent an ultimate. Otherwise, no action of any kind may be performed by any opponent until the full ability completes.
Okay.
So I will heal 5. I will deal 10, and then I will gain Blessing of Divinity. Which means if I ever go to 0, I pop back up to 1. So I will heal 5.
So I'm taking 10 damage.
You are taking 10 damage.
And I don't even defend, right?
No.
I don't think I do. I think ultimate is always undefendable.
Yeah, unless you had cards to alter the roll.
Right.
You could not.
Ooh, I'm down to 33. All of a sudden, things are looking good.
Back to 41.
For the Paladin.
TJ, it looks like TJ had pizza for breakfast. So there you go. That's what's happening in chat. TJ is explaining his breakfast plans. And
was it cold, TJ? Answer this: cold or warmed up? If you say warmed up, I'm never talking to you again.
It had breakfast pizza. It had a nice pesto drizzle across the top.
Oh, is he on some sort of cruise ship?
You know, he's with the mouse.
Oh, is he? Okay.
But yeah. So yeah. All right. Let's.
Is it my go?
It is your go. I don't have it. I have no cards and no CP, so I can't really do anything. So.
All right. So I'm getting a CP. Whoops.
I mean, heck of a turn, David. Heck of a turn.
Ugh. That was disgusting.
TJ says Richmond hates being in frame. The problem is that I can't see OBS.
Yeah, it is a little tricky, I have to say, with the two monitors. I'm not a big fan of being on a stream and not looking at the camera, because my camera is like, someone needs to build a monitor that has a camera built into the monitor, that would be fantastic.
Adam
Maybe
says,
maybe that exists.
Adam, my friend here in town, who I complained to about my nagging neck injury, gave me a posture check. So I will sit up so that my neck is not wrecked for the next week and a half.
All right, I'm done with my income phase.
Okay, great.
I guess I'm just gonna roll because I only have 1 CP. I'm not like a paladin rolling in CP.
Right.
Okay, what's this do for me? I've got a 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you're already a small straight.
I'm already at a small straight. And I am gonna just stick with that.
Okay.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna stick with it. I will re-roll the 4.
I mean, you might as well go for the large straight.
And then I'll re-roll the 4, 5 again. Come on, 6.
Oh.
No. But then I am going to spend 1 CP to play 6-it. Whoops.
Okay.
Come on, CP. To change this to a 6. And now I have a large straight, so I'm going to gain 2 fire mastery.
Okay.
And deal 4 damage plus 2 per fire mastery, so 8 damage.
All right, I will do my defensive roll then, and hopefully my dice don't get possessed again.
Hopefully they do. And you roll just prayers.
So I'm going to deal 2 damage and prevent 2 damage. So I will take 6 and then deal 2.
So let me ask you this, and we might need to check the rules on this.
Mm-hmm.
When it says on sword, doesn't that mean if at least 1 sword is rolled, you do 1 damage?
Oh, yeah. So I guess I would do 1. So it's not 1 time sword.
I don't think so,
No,
because the other ones say 1 times the thing.
I think you are correct. So I will deal
so what
1.
Did you...
I rolled 2 swords and a heart.
Okay, so you took your heart thing?
I did. Well, so the heart will prevent 2 times. Yes, 2 damage. So I'm dealing 1 damage to you, and I'm
taking 6.
Taking 6.
All right. Just trying to keep you honest.
No, it's fair because I am. It's one of those things that I would not remember.
Well, it's one of those little easy things to forget if you don't play this a lot.
Teacher says if it doesn't have the X, it only happens once.
All right.
Let's see. Minnesota is like Ontario, as I understand. Summers get hot and swampy, humid. It was in the mid-90s for 2 weeks straight here. It was.
Ooh, yeah, it's been warm here in Indy as well. It's been like in the 90s and quite humid.
You know what I just found up here, which I had to mule back from Kentucky from TJ, is that I found 3 Floyds here in town for the first time in I don't know how long.
Really?
Yeah. Gumball Head is my wife's favorite, one of my wife's favorite beers.
We have a lot of that down here where 3 Floyds is.
Right. It's easy to get. TJ bought 4 6-packs for me when I was in town, and then I went over and picked them up and muled them back to Minnesota. But now I don't. Now I can just drop TJ like a bad habit because I don't need him anymore.
Nice. Have you ever been to their brewery by chance?
I have not, but I heard the brew pub closed.
Yeah, it did, unfortunately. Man, whenever we traveled up to Chicago, we'd make sure and stop by there. It's right there near Chicago, south of it. And their food was fantastic. Like top-notch food. Like, best of the best sort of chef's food. And beer, of course.
Yeah,
no more.
The zombie dust is almost impossible to find anywhere if you're like at a bar trying to find it because it goes so fast.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah, we have a lot of it down here for sure. Alicia goes to the Dark Lord days almost every year, which...
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you walk away with like 4 Dark Lords and ends up being able to sell them each for like $200 a bottle.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's crazy. She's got so much Dark Lord in her closet at home.
That's insane. Are you end of your turn? Are you at the end of your turn? Or
I am done.
Okay.
I am done.
I will take a combat point then, and I will draw my single card, which costs 2 CP to play. Fantastic. So I guess that means I will roll. What's your health at currently?
My health is 32.
Okay, so we're still in this.
What are you, 35?
35.
Okay.
All right, I got 3 helmets.
That's more like it.
3 helmets, a sword, and a heart.
I say re-roll the sword and the heart. Try to get 5 helmets again because it worked so well.
I don't think I need that. I'm gonna re-roll this heart and helmet.
You'd be surprised.
All right, so I have 3.
You have something.
I have 3 helmets and 2 swords.
You need.
I basically need a prayer hand or a sword here to make anything work. Because I think. I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, you do.
Yeah,
I guess you could re-roll. You could re-roll the helmet and either get a sword, the 4 helmet, or no, one of the 3 helmets.
Yeah, I think
get a sword or a 5.
Yes, so I'm gonna have a small straight regardless.
Yeah.
It is a sword. So this is righteous.
So now it's the righteous combat is happening. I bet.
It is righteous combat. Gives me 6 damage, and then we will deal roll 3 dice and see what we get out of those. So that's 2 helmets and a prayer hand, which means it will be 8.
You get 1 CP and
8 damage and a CP.
So 8 damage total coming in at me.
8 damage coming into you, yes.
And I get this is my first defensive roll, by the way. Okay, so I just want fire. I'm rolling. Oh, I roll 5 dice on my defense.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's kind of crazy.
Molten armor.
Oh man, that's like the worst roll possible. I did 1 damage back to you.
Okay.
So how much did I take? 6? Did you say? Or?
You took 8 damage. 6 damage. Ooh. Plus 2 helmets.
Ooh.
So I'm down to 34.
I'm down to 24. I don't like it one bit.
I am going to use my 2 CP here and upgrade Retaliate to Retaliate 2, which allows me, if I get essentially like 1 of each symbol, I can heal 1 and deal 3 undefendable damage. So at least gives me an out in certain situations.
Also gives you something to use 3 helmets.
Yes. Well, it did before.
Did it? Okay. You needed the prayer, though.
But it gives me an extra CP gain if I do it, too.
All right. My turn?
Yes.
All right. I lose a fire mastery.
Oh, but if I do... Interesting. If I do retaliate to you, it gives you retribution.
Really?
It says apply retribution on target player.
Interesting.
Or I wonder if apply is a weird word.
Oh, what's retribution?
Retribution is the one where I deal half the incoming damage. Back to the attacker.
Oh, that's weird. Apply retribution on target player. Oh yeah, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I think you would get a retaliation or a retribution token, which kind of sucks, but
all right, that was a good draw. I am going to play getting paid.
Sure. So you're sitting at 3 CP?
Yeah.
It is currently 34-24. Yeah, hopefully TJ is staying away from people in general.
And then I'm going to sell off 2 cards.
Uh-oh.
For 2 more.
So you're at 5 CP.
Yeah.
I don't like where this is going.
And then I'm going to play triple up for 2 CP.
Sure.
My mouse will let me. I'm back down to 3, but I'm drawing 3 cards. There we go.
I was gonna say it's a good cycling round. Get some cards moving in.
Yes, for sure. For 1 CP, I'm gonna play Fireball 2.
Fairnix, I would suggest using Google Flights and setting alerts. That's how we got cheap flights to Europe. Because we just kind of struck when it was low.
Played Hot Streak 2 for 1 CP.
All right. I'm just gonna move this for a second. So it gives you Scorch as a additional opportunity there.
And then I'm gonna play Warm Up for 0 CP.
I don't like that.
Gain 1 Fire Mastery, and then 1 for each CP spent. So I'm gonna spend another CP. Whoops. To get 2 Fire Mastery.
And did you lose 1 at the start of the turn?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna roll. Boy, I feel very accomplished with all of that.
A lot of things happened that turn.
Hopefully I can get something that deploys my Fire Mastery. Come on, large straight. 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's a lot of fire.
I mean, Fireball's not a bad move. Especially not Fireball 2.
Yeah. Oh, and Fireball 2 gains 2 Fire Mastery no matter what, right? That's for all 3 of them?
Yes.
Yeah, I will re-roll this one. Come on. Here it is. Ah! Well, let's see.
You have options.
I'm going to do Pyroblast 2.
Yeah, that's the smart move.
So 6 damage. Then I'm going to roll 2. I'm going to roll these top 2 again. I inflict knockdown.
Blech. Okay.
And another 3 damage. So you're getting knockdown and 9 damage coming in.
All right, let me look at knockdown here. To remove this token, a player afflicted must spend 2 CP before the start of their offensive roll phase. If the player does not, they must skip their offensive roll phase and then remove this token.
I just laid the token on you, by the way.
Oh, did you? Oh, that was stun.
Oh, that's stun.
I moved.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. 9 coming at me.
9 coming in.
Cleopatra coming at you. Looks like I am going to prevent 1 damage. I'll take 8 and I will deal 1.
All right.
So I'm down to 26.
I'm down to 23.
All right. So
keeping it close. Keeping it close.
It is close. Yeah, Fairnix, definitely do the. Adam said the same thing. The Google Flights. Yeah, we just happened to get a Capital One Venture card right before we did that and got a ton of bonus points, and we ended up flying to Paris for like the both of us for like $300.
What?
Yeah, because we paid off
Paris, France.
Yes, not Paris, Kentucky. Paris, France. It was between like $300 and $400 for the both of us because we paid off 1 full ticket with Venture card points, and then the price, and it was direct from Cincinnati.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was great.
That is great.
All right, but we use Google Flights, and it will give you alerts like when it's at the lowest point. So I'm gonna take a CP, and goof. Well, I'm gonna sell this. Unfortunately, this is Consecration, and it would apply Protect, Retribution, Crit, and Accuracy on any hero. But I'm not gonna have 4 CP, and I don't want to lose a turn.
Ooh, that's a beast of a card.
It is a beast. It costs 4 CP though, so it was gonna be a while before I can get to it. So I can't do anything else. So let's roll.
Oh, you sold that to get the CP to get rid of knockdown?
Yes.
I see.
Because I didn't want to skip my roll phase. All right, so I got one of everything, which
That can't be good.
it's okay.
2, 3, 4. Oh, it's never mind. Should I help you?
Oh no, but that's also a large straight.
Yeah.
Great to know. But it's also
I think you should re-roll all of them personally.
Requital would deal 3 undefendable damage and gain retribution. Which wouldn't be terrible, because I could send half damage back to you. Because for this one, I'm going to heal 2 and deal 8 on a large straight.
Yeah.
Or I can deal 3 now. How much health do you have?
23, I think. 23.
Yeah, but you can't block any though, right? You can only
What do you
deal
mean?
damage back on your defensive roll.
Oh, my defensive roll, I cannot defend any. I deal damage back, and I gain Fire Mastery.
And you're sitting on 3 Fire Mastery, which will end up being 2. Let's just go ahead and do the large straight. So
I got 8 damage coming in.
Yeah, 8 damage coming in.
And you healed too?
I went ahead and healed my 2, but there's a chance that you could send more back at me.
Come on, fire.
Is it fire or flame or...
I just want flame. I just want to do damage back to you. All right, so 2 damage going back to you. That's it.
Okay, and then you'll take 8 damage.
Yep.
So this guy did 8 damage and no heal, essentially, for my turn.
Yeah, I'm 15.
All right.
I need to pull off a miracle turn here.
You do need to pull off a miracle turn.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn. I have
All
no
right.
I have no CP, no cards.
I'm losing a Fire Mastery. I'm gaining a CP.
Alicia says we need a venture card. So
I love how she's silent until there's conversation about international
affairs.
travel.
Yeah, it worked out well. Like, because we also put our bills or our rent and stuff on the venture card and then paid it off. So it was just like an extra step, but we were getting all the points for it. If that makes sense.
All right, it's time for me to roll.
It is time for you to roll.
Oh, I've got another one of those. I'm gonna try to re-roll this bad boy.
The 4.
Oh, I could get that Pyroblast again.
I hate the Pyroblast.
That's probably
is
the way to
terrible.
go.
Alicia says I've been cleaning my bathroom.
You know what? Let's see. Is there anything else? Not really. I'm gonna stick with this and go Pyroblast.
Yeah, I figured
So
you would.
got six damage coming in, and 3 more. So 9 damage coming in, and I get 2 Fire Mastery.
Okay. All right. All right. So we are looking at defensive roll. I roll 3 dice. I'm gonna pull these dice down here, just because.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
All right. I'm gonna roll these.
Hearts.
I'm gonna gain a CP. I'm gonna prevent 1 damage, and I'm gonna deal a damage.
1 damage.
So I'm taking 8
You had 9 coming in, so yeah, you're taking 8.
All right, so I'm down to 18.
And I take 1.
You take 1.
I'm at 14. Keeping it close. Keeping it close. Although I just don't like how you have the upper hand on this. I need you to have 1 duffer of a turn here.
Yeah, things need to go south for the old paladin here. All right, so I'm going to gain a CP, which gets me up to 2.
I'll tell you what. You definitely don't want anything that triggers off my Fire Mastery anytime soon.
No, I hate that. Oh, well, the Fire Mastery... Oh, no, I don't.
What do I have that does that?
I'm going to hold on to my CP here.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm going to roll. I got 3 helmets, a prayer hand, and a sword. 3 helmets, a prayer hand. So
well, you've got retaliate.
Yeah, but that gives you retribution, which I don't like.
That's true. Yeah, that's not super great for you.
No, let's keep the bottom 3 and re-roll the top 2. I'm gonna see if we can get that righteous combat again. Sword and a prayer hand. So then I have. So we're gonna let's see.
You have 2, 3. You don't really have much going on the straight front.
No, we're gonna re-roll the prayer hands here. That's a helmet, so it's 3 helmets and 2 swords. I'm gonna as my passive. I'm gonna spend a CP to re-roll again. It's prayer hand. I'm gonna do it one more time.
Oh, he's addicted to it.
Same result.
Thank you.
So
this actually is great for me. What do you have even?
So I can do. So
what
basically,
can you do?
I can do steadfast, which heals 2 and deals 2 undefendable damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not terrible.
I mean, as a consolation for all that, it's not bad.
No, I'll take it.
2 undefendable?
Yes.
Although I don't mind just 2 damage.
Yeah, 2 damage isn't terrible.
I'm at 12 now.
Adam says Alicia just got done doing the dishes. High adulting. Phoenix says, I've got enough points for that right now. I'd be able to get the flight for free, which would be pretty sweet. So, yeah. Use all those points. That's what they're there for. I'm finished. I'm not going to... I'm going to sell this card for 1.
Sell it. My turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
All right. Getting rid of a Fire Mastery token because I'm not a cheater.
And you're down to what, 3?
I've got 3, so
okay.
It's not bad still. Getting 1 CP because I don't gain it like you do. That really kind of blows.
Yeah, it's not great.
Let's see. What you got cooking over here?
You got 12.
What, you're sitting at 20 or 20?
I'm sitting at 20.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna roll. Come on, here it comes. Scorch the earth. I'm gonna call it, and it's gonna happen. Here comes Scorch the earth. Get ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready for Scorch the earth.
No, it's not a great start. Not a great start. But I do have a thing that I want to do. So I've got a fire, I've got a gear, and I've got... Oh, no, I don't have a gear. I need a gear. So I'm going to reroll this and this.
Are you going for combustion?
I am going for combustion, my friend.
Deal 3 undefendable damage per token of Fire Mastery you have, which would be 12 undefendable damage.
Yeah.
It's a strong move.
Yes! So I got it. So I'm going to do combustion. It gives me a Fire Mastery token, and then 12 undefendable coming in at you.
All right, so I'm at 8.
is my turn.
Okay. That's great. Fantastic.
Okay, that was good. I loved it. You know that combustion is pretty rough. In fact, what's worse than combustion?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Welp. I guess I have to roll, but I'm not getting rid of this card anytime soon. If I had one more CP, I would be able to play Divine Defense 2. I'd roll 4 dice, and I would deal 1 times sword damage.
Oh.
Which answers our other question.
Yeah, the Paladin is all about the defense for sure. Like I've noticed a lot of your attacks don't really do a ton.
It doesn't.
Although Righteous Combat's not bad.
Right? No, and that's what I'm going to go for again. Although, yeah, that's what I'm going for again. There we go. Righteous Combat it is.
You got another roll if you want to try.
No, I'm going to stay.
Okay.
I think I'm going to stay here.
Up to you.
So I'm going to deal 6 damage and then roll 3 dice, and then we'll go over the result.
No more swords.
1 sword, 1 helmet, 1 prayer hand, which means I'm going to do 8 damage. 9 damage.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh, the helmet and the sword do more damage.
Yes.
Yeesh.
And then I'm going to gain a CP. So I've got 9 damage coming to you.
9 damage coming in, and I get a defensive roll.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I have had very few of my upgraded powers come into my hand.
That's true.
Okay, so 9 coming in, and I'm at 12. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see if I can do a little damage back.
And you're going to take the 9.
Do what?
You're going to take the 9 anyway, right? It's just what you end up dealing to me.
Yeah, I'm taking the 9.
Okay.
Ooh! But I do 4 back to you.
Okay.
That's not bad.
All right, so I'm at 4, you're at 3.
Oh,
this
is coming down to it.
I'm going to spend my 3 CP and do Divine Defense 2.
Oh, you got it out?
Yeah. Because it's a part of my main phase. My second main phase action.
Oh, you got the CP you needed? Oh.
Yeah, I got one CP out of the Righteous Combat.
So what happens? Do you know if I attack you and we kill each other?
Uh-huh.
What happens? Is that a tie?
We're both dead.
Oh.
You
that
can't...
might be a fitting end to Bram versus Meeple.
The rulebook specifically says you can't be more dead than another person.
I like that.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's your turn.
You know that's what you just did when you get that CP and you were able to play that card there in the main phase. That's solid. That's why that rule exists. That's why the turn structure is the way it is.
Right.
And you just showed it.
Oh.
Okay, losing a Fire Mastery token.
Oh wait, no. You shouldn't have any because to activate combustion, you have to remove up to 4 Fire Mastery tokens.
Oh, I remove them. Okay, well I'm not removing any Fire Mastery tokens, except all of them. Oh yeah. Okay, I get a CP. I get a card. Make it good. Nah, that hasn't done squat for me yet, so I'm not gonna play it. I can sell cards right now, right?
You can sell cards, yes.
There's no point to doing that right now, I guess. Time to roll. Here we go. What do I want? I think I want that Pyroblast.
Sure. Oh man.
That looks like a thing.
It's not
a thing. That little burning guy doesn't do much.
No, it's part of that Burning Soul deal, and it's
yeah. So I'm really looking for.
You're looking for probably flames and meteors.
Reroll these things. Oh. So that just deals 8.
Mm-hmm.
The other one generally deals 9 if I can get it to happen. I'm going to re-roll one of these.
See if you get the Pyroblast.
Meteor, right. I'm going to play Try Again.
Okay.
For 1 CP. And re-roll up to 2 dice.
Okay.
I guess I'll re-roll these 2 again. Boom. Pyroblast.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 6 plus. Oops. We're just doing the top 2.
Okay.
1 damage and 2 fire mastery. So I get 2 fire mastery. And you have 9 damage coming in again.
Okay, great. I'm going to roll 4 dice.
What's your health right now?
I'm at 4.
Oh, this could be it.
Maybe.
Or we could kill each other.
Maybe.
You're rolling 4? Oh, no swords.
2 swords. I'm dealing 2 damage back to you.
Okay.
I'm preventing 1 damage.
So you're taking 8.
Uh-huh. And I gain a CP. So I'm supposed to take 8, and you're taking... How much damage? What's your health?
1.
Okay.
I took 2. I was at 3, and you got me down to 1.
I really needed 1 more damage from you. Great news, David, though. I have the Blessing of Divinity for doing my ultimate.
Oh!
Which means the next time a player affected by this token would have their health reduced to 0, remove this token and set their health to 1 instead.
You know what? I had contemplated using that bye-bye to get rid of that.
Yeah.
But I felt like I needed to wait until you were down low, but I used it on that other thing.
But this almost unless I do undefendable damage, it's going to almost certainly say that we're going to kill each other.
Maybe, because I will at least do... Yeah, I will probably do 1 damage back. Unless you do something that gets you that token back.
I mean, I'd have to do the ultimate... I have to do my ultimate ability, and that's...
is that the only thing that gives you that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, I can't believe you pulled that off. I mean, that in and of itself is kind of a success.
I just happen to have the card that just made it happen. Do you have any cards or CP that you would like to play before all this happens?
Oh, I have a main phase?
You do have a main phase.
I'm going to spend 1 CP. Oh, no, I'm not going to spend 1 CP. I actually still had that I still had a card that could have gotten rid of that token. I should have played it before your turn. I wasn't thinking. Yeah, goo.
Well, I didn't know if you remembered whether I had that card or if you remembered.
I kind of forgot. I mean, I knew it one time, and I thought, okay. I filed it away and said, I got to come back to that. But then I got caught up in the moment and thought, oh, I'll just kill him. Yeah, I totally forgot.
We're definitely killing each other.
I'm going to sell it now. I'm going to sell it now to get... Or can I sell in the main phase, right?
Yeah, you can sell.
Yeah, I'm going to sell that for 1. Sell this one for 1. I'm not sure why. I just... That's it. I'm done.
Okay. I will take my CP. Took 1 too many CP. I'm at 2. Let's draw a card, see what happens.
If you get Resolute Faith, that will be something.
I mean, I might as well play this. It's Vegas, baby. Roll 1 die, gain half the value of CP. So we'll do that.
0 CP, yeah. Yeah, those 0 CP cards are just like...
half the value rounded up, so that's 2 CP.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, which means I essentially have 4 rerolls.
Oh, that's right. You have that stupid... Oh.
I won't succeed in any of them. It's just so you're aware.
No, that's a lot of re-rolling. Well, there you're already at righteous combat.
Well, I'm already at steadfast, which lets me heal 2 and deal 2 undefendable damage.
That wins.
It does win.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was so close.
I can't believe stupid little steadfast. Are you sticking with that, I assume?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold there.
Oh my gosh.
If
Two
I just-
undefendable.
If I just tried to go for prayer hands, just go for the ultimate.
I can't believe steadfast did it for you.
Yeah, that's the only other than my ultimate. I think Mighty Prayer would have given me undefendable damage as well. And Requital. I have a lot of and Righteous Prayer. I have a lot of undefendable damage.
Yeah, it all requires some prayer hands.
Yeah, which are pretty
Well,
hard.
except for steadfast.
Oh.
Oh, good game. Good game.
It's my first ever win. It's my first ever.
I gotta say, it is the one thing about this game. I don't think I've played many games where it was a blowout. Have you? Like when you played TJ, was it a blowout either way?
Maybe the first one. Like there was one where it was bad. Because
really?
I think he hit 2 ultimates on me.
I mean, obviously, yeah, right. Someone can get lucky. It's not usually because someone's unlucky. It's because someone's particularly lucky with their rolls.
Well, it was kind of like your Pyroblast. Like, it was kind of that play where it gave, like, 8 damage plus whatever. Like, it gave a ton of damage plus, like, a roll, something or other. So I was taking,
Yeah,
like,
I really want to see what Pyroblast 3 looks like.
whatever 12 to 16 was. I'm going to say... there's a Divine Defense 3.
Yeah, I'm sure. What's that like?
It's the same as 2, except on if I happen to roll helmet, prayer hands, it gives me protect, which allows me to reduce incoming damage by half. But I wouldn't be able to use it on that roll, I don't think. So like a future token to allow me to take half damage.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of my cards. I have Molten Armor. None of my defense actually defends.
Really?
Yeah, maybe Molten Armor. Well, let's see. I have 2 here as well.
Well, that's
nope, it's all Molten Armor 3 deals a ton of damage if it hits you. Like 1 per fire and 1 per meteor.
Well, that's what people were saying in Ural's Discord was that that the Pyromancer is like pure like aggression and that there's no real defense. So my passive has a second level, and I can get draw any card at 2 CP whenever you successfully activate an ability during your offensive roll phase that utilizes at least 1 prayer hand, gain 1 CP. Like, I would just be a CP factory.
Pyroblast 3 is really not that much stronger. It is identical to Pyroblast 2 in every way, except where it says deal 6 damage and then roll 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
It also says you may re-roll 1 die if desired.
Oof.
But other than that, it is no different.
Yeah, that's not great.
That is interesting. I mean, I don't know that I would ever upgrade from Pyroblast 2 to Pyroblast 3.
No, well, knowing what you know now.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, obviously you probably wouldn't once you saw it as well.
Yeah. Good game, sir. Good game.
That was a good game. Alicia and Fairnix say that was close. Fairnix says that was stupid close.
Yeah.
No, that was fun. Every time I
Yeah.
play this game, I love it. I need to get my hands on it.
And I assume, obviously, you've never played Adventures? Dice Throne Adventures?
I watched you all do round 1
Oh, okay.
of Adventures, and I knew that I would like it.
It's pretty cool. I have to admit, Dice Throne Adventures is pretty cool implementation of this concept into the dungeon crawl cooperative aspect.
I think from the outset, like there are a lot of games that when you look at them and they look kind of intimidating. So the board for Dice Throne kind of looks intimidating because there's a lot we have so many actions that you have to think about, and before you really study the board to realize, oh, this is just a Yahtzee sheet with powers, right?
Yeah.
So I think that always put me off because I was like, God, it seems like a lot, and there's 16 characters. It's just a lot to grok and a lot to figure out. But then you play it once and you go, oh, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even it'd been a while, and after I asked you how many cards we started with, everything's really on the turn order card pretty clearly. And any of the little, terminology and things like that come up, you can track those pretty quickly on that quick reference if you need to.
Right.
But the timing and everything is fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
And the color coding of the cards is nice too. So the orange cards, that you can play those during the roll phases, and the blue ones and the green and the red.
Yeah. I mean, and again, we were playing on the original Dice Throne boards. Not that it's any more special on the new ones. But I mean, everything is, I think the iconography is a little more clear on the new ones.
The other nice thing about the new ones, they've added some artwork to a lot of the cards, which is nice because these cards are the original one. The cards are kind of generic, but still, the game is solid for sure. Every time I play it, I don't play this a lot at all, but every time I play it, I'm I'm reminded of how fun it is.
Yeah,
for what it is.
It's one of those where TJ and I are like, we're gonna end up spending a lot of money.
Yeah, I have the original. So way back in the day, this is before Roxley even was involved with it. The creators contacted us, and we did a preview for it way back in the day for their Kickstarter preview, and then it just blew up. I was drawn to the artwork significantly. I just love Manny's artwork. Everything he does is amazing. And then I got book 2, which was sort of the nicer one in the big battle chest sort of box that has the new boards, but I don't have the new boards for the original characters. I still need to.
Well, the first one comes with all the kind of the dice tray, the inserts from I can't
game trays.
Yes, game trays.
Yeah, those are super sweet too. You just pull them out and you're just ready to go. That's pretty sweet.
It's super nice. David, thank you for coming on and hanging out and being on our episode of Bram versus Meeple and taking over for TJ. Let's find someone to raid real quick before we get out of here. You just did, while I'm finding someone, you just did Chit Chat last week, which means there's no Chit Chat this week.
No Chit Chat this week. It'll be next week. Don't have an announcement yet as to who and what we're going to be talking about. But next Thursday we'll be doing Chit Chat. We've got a lot of content coming up. A lot of, obviously some previews. We're going to get some reviews up there. Jeremy Howard's going to be coming down and visiting late this week.
That's exciting.
So we're going to be able to get him sitting at the table with us to do some stuff this week, which will be fun.
That's awesome. We love Jeremy. So
glad
that he's coming in, and that's exciting.
Did you find someone who? So what goes into your decision as to who to raid?
So usually we will do if I can learn to. Is my raid button working? No, it's not working. Great. Love that Stream Deck. So usually if we're playing a board game, we'll raid someone who's playing a board game. We'll do someone who's doing a board game stream. Just kind of depends on who it is and who's around and how late they are into their stream at the time. And then if we're playing a video game, we'll try and stream. We'll obviously try and raid somebody who's playing a video game. So,
makes sense.
Let's go ahead. We're going to raid Ruel Gaviola, who is playing Cryo right now.
Oh.
So we'll send people over to Ruel. Thank you for everybody who came out and hung out with us. Thank you again, David, for gracing Brambridge Gaming. Thank you, Alicia and Fairnix and Adam and TJ and No Soul. And if I missed anybody else who was in chat, thank you all. So we're going to go ahead and raid, and we will see you.